Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Fabian4Liberty. You're listening to the Fabian4Liberty podcast. I'm also known as Fabian4Liberty, and if you're just joining me, you're listening to this program for the first time, you can check out Fabian4Liberty.com or FabianCalvo.me. Just a little warning, I am a rabid seeker of truth.
I want you to stop what you're doing for just a minute and imagine yourself standing on top of a mountain with nothing on your mind except peace, freedom, and financial security.
We know why we're in this business, right? We call ourselves internet marketers, information marketers. We know we're in the results business.
I'm going to share with you how you can get started right now today and have money deposited in your account by tomorrow. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme.
A short 18 months ago,
This isn't a business opportunity.
I found a way to live the life of my dreams,
There's nothing to buy.
travel the world,
This is a legitimate work-from-home position.
and make more money than I'd ever made in my entire life.
Everything about the world of scam is about people working together against the customers without informing the customers that they're working together. The internet is sort of the dream platform for scammers. I'm Jason Jones, I guess, or the Salty Droid, which is like a way cooler name, so I guess I'll go with that. So the Salty Droid started as a sort of Twitter account, blog account. It's just supposed to be about jokes. Over the course of the first few weeks of it, I figured out that scammers don't like jokes. And it was clear to me really early on that there was a whole weird subculture, lots of brainwashing going on, very much like internet Amway. The blog has gone from like sort of corny jokes into more like a much more important mission.
Hello,
Hey.
those launch managers that I told you about.
Yeah,
The reason that
I think there's a chance to make real progress. And so in order to do that, I've surrendered more and more of my anonymity and letting this camera be in my face is like, by 2012, every form of scam is coming to the internet, and they're all trying to use these same cartel tactics and stuff that these internet marketers have been using for the last 5 years or so.
I looked at my computer and I said, I'm going to stop being a wussy. I'm going to start getting money now.
I know what it feels like, and I know what it feels like for so many people I've been able to help, to have money no longer be an issue.
First, they come in through some paid funnel where this scammer is paying a legitimate company like Google or Facebook to run some scammy ass ad on some site. Then they come into this squeeze page
All you need to do at this point is put in your contact information into the form.
where if you just give them your email, you know, they're gonna tell you this great thing. It's gonna change your whole world.
I really want to help you. I want to encourage you and motivate you. My biggest goal is going to be to show you how you can start for free.
Put in your email address.
Put in your contact information.
Sign up for the program now.
Click the button.
Click the red button right now. Join the launch. Look what it did for me.
You build up a list by getting people to opt in to your scammy sales page. Those leads they're like chattel, you know. Those aren't people anymore, they're commodities. And they get traded around with no respect at all for like the humanity behind those names. You have, say, 300,000 people on your list. You only have 1 or 2 made up fake products per year that you can pretend that you've done.
The product is really irrelevant. Now that's not to say that you can't or don't need to or should not make an absolutely kick-ass product. That is not what I'm trying to tell you at all. But we should never put the cart before the horse.
In the interim period, you hawk other people's fake products. And some people will do 1 a month or 1 a week.
The market is the most important factor in all of this stuff. And don't worry, I'll explain to you how to make products and everything. That takes 4 minutes.
A scammer who's really got his stuff together, once he gets someone into his list, he'll have a series of offers of increasing value so that he can take all that person's money through all of his various info products or coaching things or private clubs or all his whole lineup of upsells.
Yeah, this is Underground Online Seminar 8. It's been 8 years of what we do is we bring in these real world people that most of the world doesn't really know about, and they're quietly making their fortune online. We all sorts of crazy stuff that they're doing on the internet. And we keep this spy theme, we keep it very experiential, and we keep the stage really interesting, and have all sorts of fun parties involved in it.
We have a global financial system on the verge of meltdown and a middle class up against an economic tsunami. There's never been a greater need for contrarian financial advice to help us not just survive, but to thrive in the greatest wealth opportunity or greatest wealth transfer of our lifetimes.
You know what it was? Is literally I was sitting in a bar with one of my buddies. He's like, I just got back from this internet seminar. It's a complete pitch fest. All these guys were doing was selling how they make their money on the internet, and that's the only way they were making their money. He's like, you know a lot of people. He's like, dude, here's what you need. You need to put on this event with all these people that are really doing it. And literally, I took out my Delta boarding stub. I'm like, huh, all right, start writing down some names. And that was how the first Underground was born. And you know, I'm a big believer in creating a whole different angle than what other people are doing. So there was a lot of internet seminars at the time. There's a few less right now, but we've kept the same theme, the same kind of experiential element, and it's been sold out every single year for 8 years.
When you come over to internet marketing from the real world, launch means something different. Like it's the day a product is released, but they're talking about making something that should be perpetually available, just available for a falsely short period of time, so you can pretend like you have to buy it now or you'll lose the chance.
My name's Glenn Ledwell. Have a company called Mind Movies, which is in the personal development arena.
Are you searching for more happiness in your life?
We're basically a technology, software development side of the business.
Are you craving positive change and longing for lasting success?
Well, you've come to the right place. Welcome to Mind Movies.
I guess when we got into it, we knew nothing about the internet at all. And I suppose the mentors that we kind of resonated to, the Frank Kerns, the Jeff Walkers, those guys, doing the product launch style thing with affiliates.
You know something is happening, but you don't know what it is. The launch. The launch is everywhere. It's all around you.
Yeah, it just worked. Oh, you know, paid traffic media buys, pay-per-click.
So let me explain the irresistible offer I've put together for you.
In the first 3 years, we kind of doubled each year. The first 3 years, we got from 0 to 6 million. Which in the affiliate world is pretty significant. We're on track to probably do 20 this year, using other forms of traffic as well, but you know, a lot of that is still in the affiliate model. So, you know, we're getting into some TV stuff, mail stuff, phone stuff.
Boiler Room is set up to process leads, to take big lists of people, and a pressure salesman will call them up using a script.
This is a boiler room, the trade name for the headquarters of the telephone pitched men. And these are the angels of mercy, unceasingly dedicated to their labor of love. Love of money, that is.
A pressure salesman will call them up using a script designed by the Boiler Room. They all sort of use equivalent scripts. And the idea will be to get to people's vulnerabilities, get them feeling bad, and then take as much money from them as possible.
So let me ask you then, since we're at the beginning stages with you, what actually brought you into or wanting to bring you into the internet business?
Well, you know how everybody is nowadays. You know, we've lost half of our retirement, and I was just wanting another income.
Okay.
Try to max out their credit cards. Try to get them to get new credit cards where that can be maxed out.
To tell you the honest truth, I cannot do 5,000. I don't have any money laying around.
Okay. Let's see what level we can get you in on, and then, like I said, I'll march down there and go to my marketing department immediately and see and actually get them to fill in the rest. So if you can only bring 1,000 to the table, then we'll get you in on that, or 1,500, or whatever we can. Let's go ahead and see what we can get on and what level we can get you in on.
And what happens if I don't make good money at this?
At the end of 30,
lose my
cows. At the end of 30 days, if you have not returned on your investment, we will give you a refund back. I was going to say it's not a cash refund because it's on a credit card. It will be a refund, but you are guaranteed to make your money back. We have clients that actually within 1 week usually have a sale.
The idea is to get all their money. Any money they can get their hands on, you just take that.
Do you work better with Visa or with MasterCard? Because what we're going to do is try to get you approved on some type of level and see what we can, what level I can bring you in on, okay?
Well, what I have is a Visa card.
Okay. All right. Before we actually, if you want to go and grab that for me, and I'll go ahead and get your address and start getting ClickBank set up at the same time, we'll go ahead and we'll get the ClickBank, and then we'll go ahead and see what level we can get you on.
The syndicate, as they call themselves, is like a group of 12 or so internet marketers who early on decided that they would all band together, work together against the interests of the customers to maximize the amount of money they could make.
In order to really dominate a market and get lots of money fast, you first have to lay a foundation. I'm advising you to form a syndicate within your market. Now, a lot of people think syndicate is like mafia sounding.
You have to run your business like the mafia.
Actually, syndicate's a fancy way of saying trade union. If this is the customer right here, it makes sense that you align all of your peers, right, who some would call your competitors, all of the people in your marketplace, if you all work together to constantly be delivering value to this guy.
They plot out their prices and their launch schedules. They talk about who's going to be on the in-group and who's going to be on the out-group. The only people who make money are the people on the in-group, the people on the A-team, as Frank Kern would say. If you're out there pitching something alone, if you're like, here's this thing, it's going to make you $1 million, I promise it is. Everyone's going to feel like that's a scam. But instead of just one guy, it's 10 guys, 12 guys. All of those guys are saying the same thing. This is the thing you have to have. And then all the wannabe guys are saying, yeah, this is the thing you have to have. Then people will buy it.
Not enough just for 5 people or 10 people to go, this guy's awesome. They need to see it everywhere.
About half the members of the syndicate have contacted me. Everyone wants to believe that they're not one of the bad guys. I think often these initial contacts with me are like tests to see if like, are they just as horrible as they know deep down they are? I was anonymous for a year, completely anonymous, like trying to hide my identity and stuff, sort of. I didn't try very hard because they're not very hard to hide from. But for the last couple of years, they all knew who I am.
I got some asteroid asshole that's just driving me crazy right now. Good for him, screw him, fuck you, okay? There are people who can only get noticed by being assholes and haters. That's what they do. They're sitting in their broke-ass house with their broke-ass computer, bitching about their broke-ass life, and they want to bust somebody else's balls. So if anybody gets a tweet about me, tell them to go fuck themselves, okay?
The government doesn't understand the internet, first of all. They just don't have a baseline understanding of how the internet operates, of how social it is, of how important it is, you know, sort of to control the conversation, or even that there is a conversation going on. The crimes are not very complicated, but the medium on which the crimes are being committed is complicated to the government. If legit people on the internet banded together and tried to do something, try to help stop all these old ladies from getting screwed, make a huge difference, probably even a bigger difference than the government getting involved. They need to redo the way they do business if they want to continue on making money. The same thing won't keep working now that the truth is out there. They're going to have to come up with a new thing, which they probably won't be able to do, or be replaced by a new batch of scammers, which is probably all will happen.
There's never going to be everyone's going to be an entrepreneur, but I think the entrepreneurial thinking is a key element that has to be instilled into the next generation.
No, we have to bring you in on at least 1,000. That way, it's a secure tool into your investment, and we invested more into you also. We went ahead and invested the $4,000 into your marketing.
You have to accept the responsibility that I'm in charge of my destiny. Whatever has happened that's good, I'm in charge of whatever's happened that's bad.
Yeah. What I need you to do is just prove to me that you're actually going to be a loyal client and willing to learn.
Okay.
And that entrepreneurial thinking is what helps you to basically, create a solution for other people that creates value for them.
That's good for me.
Okay.
I can learn.
That's what I
don't mind learning more on the computer myself anyway.
We really make it a part of our mission statement to be authentic, practice what we preach, do what we say. You know, not sell anything we don't absolutely 100% believe in or even support anything.
Well, let's be fucking honest here. Have you ever noticed that all the people in the internet marketing world are promoting each other? I mean, we're not psychic. You know, it's not like, oh, I suddenly realized that he's having a lunch today. I have to mail it. We all work together. All the top people work together.
You have to stop the people and you have to stop the cartels. Hopefully I'll be covering people from the syndicate getting arrested. And if there are a few trials of these big name guys who thousands and thousands of would-be scammers are looking up to, that would change sort of the face of internet marketing, I think.
Hope is an evil, profane word in business. You need to not hope that your product's going to come out and that you'll have success. You need to engineer your success.
This is your time. This is your year. This is your life. And by God, this is your mission. You can make a difference, and I'm inviting you to succeed. To commit right now